Arshad, sir, Arshad, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Good evening,
Hello.
students.
Yes, sir.
Is my voice clear to you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Good
yes,
evening.
clear.
Can you hear to
Yes,
me?
sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hi. So we'll start the class. In the previous class, I taught you some concept. In that, you can ask some doubt if you have. Is there anyone who has doubt?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, the value of radian is directly proportional to the length of arc, no, sir?
No, no. Uh, Length of arc is proportional to what angle it makes at the center of the circle.
So, yeah, sir. So it means that any value of angle is proportional to the arc.
So usually this concept we study when we are talking about length of arc and the what angle it is subtending at the center of the circle.
Okay.
Very fast we'll go to next. Anything else you want to ask? We'll start now. Write down area of sector. Area of sector. Area of sector formula write down half r square theta, where write down where r is the radius of the circle and theta is the central angle subtended at the center. Theta is the central angle in radians. This is the formula of area of sector, half r square theta. You all of you know how, what is sector? Do all of you know what is sector? The area bounded between any two radii and the arc. If I draw any two radii and obviously there will be arc. So here, if I draw any two radii, the area bounded between those two radii and the arc, this area is called sector. So we will now learn how to find area of sector. So I think in lower class you have learned about sector now. Do you know or not know what is sector?
We
Give some
know.
answer.
We know, sir.
So how to find area of sector? So sector means the area bounded between two radii and the arc, which those radii is means the arc between those two radii. So we will learn how to find area of sector. This area is called area of sector, this area. So we will learn to find the area of the sector. Formula already I wrote. Consider a circle with center O and radius R. Consider a circle with center O and radius R. Let arc AB subtends let arc AB subtends an angle theta at the center. So again I will redraw the diagram which I have drawn earlier. This is the center O. This is the arc. Arc I will draw. AB arc. So if I join the point A and O and B, I will get two radius. So we will learn how to find the area of this sector. Let angle AOB is equal to theta radian. So now we will find. I hope that all of you have understood till here. We are finding the area of this region. No doubt till now? Do you have doubt till now, students?
No, sir.
Listen here. Student, last class I taught you that length of the arc is proportional to the central angle subtended by it. If the length of arc will increase, it will subtend more angle at the center. By same logic, what we can say, or what you can say, if this area of sector is more, then what is the central angle? How will be the central angle? Obviously it will be bigger, more. And if this area of sector is small, suppose I draw a circle here, in that I take a smaller arc AB. So if obviously arc is smaller, so this area of sector also will be less only. So if area of sector is less, the central angle value also will be less. Do you agree or not?
Yes, sir.
All of you participate. If area of sector will increase, this central angle also will increase. If area of sector will decrease, then the central angle also will decrease. So same way we can say that in a circle, area of sector is proportional to the central angle. That day I told you that length of arc is proportional. Same way we can even say the area of sector is proportional to the central angle. Area of sector will, as it will increase, proportionately the central angle value also will increase. You know that. What do we mean by proportional? Means equality of two ratio. So I will write two ratios. Area of proportional, area of sector AOBA. Yeah, or AOB also we can say. Area of sector AOB. Area of sector AOB. Now ratio we can find of similar quantity. In the numerator it is area of sector AOB. Student, I can say in one way that complete circle is also a sector. That day I was telling you now, what is arc? Arc means part of circle. So by that logic, the entire length of the circle, that is circumference, is also a arc only. Same way, area of sector means area bounded between any two radii and the arc. So we can say this complete area of circle is also a sector. The complete, if I draw a radius here, OC, so this complete area, this full area is also a sector bounded between OC and again OC. All of you agree or not? Area of entire circle is also a sector. So now tell me, area of sector is proportional to the central angle. The area of sector AOB is subtending how much central angle? What is the central angle here?
Theta.
Theta radian. And area of circle, the complete circle, will subtend how much angle at the center?
360 minus
360
theta.
No, 360 only, the complete circle.
Oh, yeah, sir.
360, but I will
Yeah.
write in
2 pi,
radian.
sir.
360 is how much radian?
2 pi.
2 pi. So now, here I will rewrite this area of sector AOB, obviously AOB only. What is the formula of area of circle? Pi r square, because radius is r. So pi r square, and here theta by 2 pi. So what happened? All of you know mathematics, simple mathematics. Pi and pi will get cancelled. So what I got, area of sector is equal to Here diameter 1 by 2 is diameter 2 is there. 1 by 2 r square will go on the right side. 1 by 2 r square theta. This is the area of sector derivation. Simple only. Keep on writing. Complete circle is also a sector, student. You have to understand. Complete circle is also a sector. So area of sector by area of circle, theta by 2 pi. So in very easily we can derive this formula. All of you have to participate in the class. There are so many people. I think most of you are mute also. Hello. Who has done mute? You people have done, or we have done you mute?
We have done, sir.
You only have done mute. Why you people are mute, most of you?
So while speaking, we unmute and then we mute it.
Yes.
While
Because the
speak-
background will disturb you.
Okay.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, I didn't understand why that 2 pi came. Like, how did it come? Theta by 2 pi.
I understood. Now see here. Uh, did you understand why theta came?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me why theta came.
That is the angle AOB. Like,
Made by the sector AOB,
sector.
correct?
Yeah,
Na?
yeah. Yes, sir.
That is the angle made by the sector AOB at the center. Very good. Now, in the denominator, what is our sector? Area of
Circle.
circle. The complete circle is a sector. Complete circle. So the entire circle, full circle is making how much angle at the center? Obviously, complete
360.
angle. Complete angle means what? 360 degree.
Yes, sir.
360 degree is called as 2 pi radian. Were you not there in last class?
No, sir.
Today only you joined.
Like, only the last class I was not there.
How you will understand? You will understand, but obviously this part I taught last class only. See, student, what happened? 360. This is 360 degree only. See, if you miss first class, means problem will come. 360 degree only is equal to 2 pi radian. Means
Yeah.
radian means a different system to measure angle.
Okay.
One is degree, which you have learned in school, but 11th class onwards you have to learn a new system where we measure angle in radian. Actually, one formula you remember. For you only I'm teaching now. One formula you remember, that 180 degree is equal to pi radian. Radian means usually we write C, but if C is not written, then also it is understood as C only. This formula you remember, 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So whenever you want to say 180 degree, now onwards you say pi radian. People will understand that you are saying 180 degree only. Pi radian is same as 180 degree. So complete angle is 360. 360 will be what? 180 is pi. So 360 will be how much? Tell me.
2 pi.
That's why I wrote 2 pi. Because student, the numerator angle is in radian. So denominator I cannot write in degree nas. It's
Yes.
ratio means the angle or the quantity has to be in same unit. I cannot find ratio of 2 meter and 2 meter and 20 centimeter. Both should be, both quantities should be in meter, or both quantities should be in centimeter. That's why numerator is, the angle is in radian. So denominator also angle has to be in radian. So instead of writing 360 degree, I wrote 2 pi radian because both are same. It is same as somebody can say 1 meter and somebody can say 1 meter as 100 centimeter. So instead of writing like 360 degree, I wrote 2 pi. I think something you understood, na boy?
Yes, sir. Understood. Understood.
Shall I raise the board? Shall I
Yes,
raise?
sir.
Yes, sir.
The other day also, the people who were present in the last class, I taught you angle in that minute and second was occurring time and again. But now, and I told you that minute and second has nothing to do with the clock, the watch. But now what I'm teaching, minute and second, that has to do with the watch. Write down for clock. Clock means watch. Now coming to the clock. In clock, there are two hands. Actually, there are three hands, but we are talking about minute hand and hour hand. For clock, I'm teaching now. And for clock, you concentrate on minute hand. Or shall I draw a clock only? Suppose I draw a clock, a simple diagram of clock. So here, suppose it is 12, down it is 6, right side it is 3, left side it is 9. There will be two hand, one short hand, that is hour, longer hand, that is minute, and one more will be second, that I'm not drawing. Now this is very familiar thing. You people know that in 1 hour, minute hand will complete one rotation. All of you agree? In 1 hour, minute hand will complete one rotation. Since
Yes,
minute
sir.
hand will complete one rotation, by how much degree it will rotate in 1 hour?
60.
So for minute hand, now this minute hand means clock only, student. The other day I was not teaching you clock, so you have to differentiate. For minute hand, 360 degree, 1 hour is equal to, 1 hour is equal to how much degree? Okay, I think I'm
360 degree.
little fast, a little slow. For minute hand, means minute hand will cover in 1 hour how much degree? 360 degree. Because in 1 hour, minute hand will completely cover one revolution, one rotation. So it will cover 360 degree. For minute hand, 1 hour is equal to 360 degree. But 1 hour is equal to how many minutes? 60 minutes. So I can say 60 minute, 1 dash, 60 minute is equal to 360 degree. So try to understand this meaning is minute hand will cover minute hand in 60 minute will cover 360 degree. Minute hand in 1 hour will cover 360 degree. Now minute hand in 60 minute will cover 360 degree. So in 1 minute, how much degree it will move?
60 degree.
Sir,
6 degree. 6 degree.
6 degree. Minute hand in 1 minute will cover 6 degree. Minute hand in 1 hour will cover 360 degree. Minute hand in 60 minute will cover 360 degree. By unitary method, minute hand in 1 minute will cover 6 degree. All of you agree or doubt is there?
No, sir, no doubt.
Anybody has doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
For our hand, for our hand, our hand. For our hand. Now you know our hand also. Lower class only we have studied all this. So our hand will complete one revolution or one rotation. So our hand will complete one rotation in how many hours?
12 hours.
24. Yeah, 12 hours.
12 hours. For our hand in 12 hours, our hand in 12 hours will rotate through 360 degree. Anybody has doubt in this?
No, sir.
Also,
In 1 hour, the our hand will rotate by how many degree?
30
By
degree.
12.
By unitary method, 12 hour, 360 degree. 1 hour means 360 by 12. That is 30 degree.
30.
1 hour means what? It is same as in 60 minute, it will rotate by 30 degree. In 1 minute, it will rotate by how much degree? Our hand.
Half degree.
Half degree. Students, sincerely tell me that which point you didn't understood. Anybody is there who didn't understood all this? Rotate means, see, minute hand will rotate, means it will cover some angle. So it will cover how much angle. That data I have given you. Copy down this one. Minute hand will cover 360 degree in 1 hour, 6 degree in 1 minute. Our hand 360 degree it will cover in 12 hour, because in 12 hour our hand will complete one revolution. And 30 degree it will cover in 1 hour by unitary method. Half degree it will cover in 1 minute. Copy down and ask doubt. Last time I will ask, is there anyone who has doubt? I will be very happy to teach this all again if you say. Don't worry about me.
No,
And is there
No
anyone
doubt.
who has doubt?
Doubt,
No,
sir.
sir.
No
Sir,
doubt,
no
sir.
doubt.
Shall I erase the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Based on this, we'll do one sum and one sum homework. Then we'll proceed for the proper trigonometry class. This is all basics only. Write down one question. The question is, find the angle between the R hand and the minute hand of a clock. They are especially mentioning here clock at 5:40 p.m. or 5:40 p.m. Yeah, when the time is 5:40, B part is 4:30. This is the question. Two parts are there. First one I will do, second one you try later. When the time is 5:40, what is the angle between minute hand and hour hand? That is the question. It is very simple to understand the question. When the time is 5:40, what is the angle between minute hand and hour hand?
90 degrees.
90 degree. Okay, we'll find. I think some working has to be, some working is needed. Orally it is little difficult. This is the clock. 12, 6, 3, 9.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, it wouldn't be 90 degree because there is some deviation from.
Yeah.
it would be less than 90.
Yeah, but we aren't the exact answer. We cannot approximate.
Yes, sir.
So 9. Okay, I'll do one part thoroughly. You people understand. Don't copy. The time is 5:40. The time is 5:40 means exactly at 5. The hour hand will be exactly on 5, and the minute hand will be exactly on 40 or ahead of 40. No, sorry. 5:40 now. Exactly on 8. 5:40 it is. Sorry, student. This is the position of the hour hand and minute hand. Hour hand will be on 5. Minute hand will be on 40. Till here doubt is there. We want to calculate this angle. No doubt, na? Till now.
No, sir.
5:40. This is the situation we want to find this angle. That is the question. Shall I start working?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Student, whatever time it is given in the question, you don't worry. Whatever time is given, you consider that for some time that the time is 12 o'clock. I will draw here. You anytime they have mentioned, but you assume that it is 12 o'clock. Means both the hand are on 12, minute hand as well as hour hand. Okay, it is 12 o'clock. Assume for some time to do this type of sum easily. Assume that it is 12 o'clock, but that is not our question. We want the angle between 5:40. Okay, angle between hand when it is 5:40. Assume it is 12 o'clock. Now, if it is 12 o'clock, then our hand has to move how many hours to reach 5? Because actual time is 5:40 now. So from 12, our hand is also at 12, minute hand is also at 12, but the actual time is 5:40. So our hand has to move how many hours?
5 hours.
5 hours.
5.
So now, in 1 hour, our hand will cover how much angle?
6 degrees.
We have given that data now. You see and tell me 6 degree.
Yes, sir.
In 1 hour, our hand will cover 6 degree, but I am interested in 5 hours. Therefore, in 5 hours,
Sir, it's
tell me.
30 degrees.
So
sir.
1 hour is 30
30
degrees.
degrees,
Yes,
sir.
1 hour is 30 degrees.
Not 6.
Something wrong I gave.
Yes, sir. The
Yes,
hour
sir.
hand will cover 30 degrees.
30 degree, then 30 only. Just I told you, 30 degree only then. In 1 hour, our hand will cover 30 degree. Because 12 hour means 360, so 1 hour means 360 by 12, that is 30 degree. Okay. So in 5 hour,
150 degrees.
our hand will cover how much angle? Will cover how much angle? So
150.
30 into 5, 30 into 5, that is 150 degree. So our hand will cover
150 degree.
150 degree. Now, okay, so suppose our hand has covered 150 degree. Our hand has covered 150 degree and reached here. Okay, it has reached here. From this position, it has reached here by covering 150. Now a minute hand. Minute hand has to reach from where to where? 12 to 8 means 40.
8.
Correct now? So
Yes, sir.
minute hand has to cover how much minute? 40 minute na? To
Yes, sir.
540 means not. See student, to become 540, the minute hand has to rotate so many times. But that is not the point. Just I'm saying that from 12 in one time only. From 12 it has to reach to 8. Correct na? So in one way it has to cover 40 minutes only. If any doubt is there, I will later discuss. Later means now only, after some time. So from here the position has to go to 8. So 40 minutes. So in 1 minute, minute hand covers how much? In 1
6
minute,
Half
degrees.
degree.
minute hand cover how much degree, student?
6
6
degrees.
degrees.
6 degree. So, but it has to move by how much minute?
40 minutes.
40
So it will
minutes.
cover 240 degrees.
240.
Minute hand covers, minute hand covers 6 into 40, 240 degree. Student, now therefore the angle between minute hour hand and minute hand at 5:40 p.m. is. Student, now see here, carefully see. See my hand. This angle is how much we found in the first case, 150 degree. The other angle for our hand, how much it is?
240.
40 degree. See, from 12, if you go for our hand, it is 240. Sorry. For 12, from 12, if you start for minute hand, it is 240. For our hand, it is 150. So what is the angle between the hand then?
90
40
degrees.
minus 150.
That is
90 degrees.
90.
the 90 is correct only then. Some of the girls has told also this thing.
So the hour hand is also gonna move.
Very good. So I have not done correctly.
Sir, so it should be 70 degrees. No, sir?
I have not done correctly. So now in the beginning only I did a mistake when I told you that the time is 5:40. When the time is 5:40, the hour hand will be at 5. It was only wrong. When the time is 5:40, the hour hand will not be at 5, but it is ahead of 5. All of you agree or not agree? Sorry for the last time.
Yes, sir.
When the time is 5:40, the hour hand will be not exactly at 5, but ahead of 5. So in the beginning only we did a mistake. I don't know why. So the hour hand will be ahead of 5. Okay. So now we will calculate again. So I will erase this part. Okay. Entire thing is not wrong. So what happens, student? In 1 hour, our hand will cover 30. We'll start from beginning. In 1 hour, our hand will cover 30 degree. In 5 hour, our hand will cover 30 into 5, 150 degree. But do you think, student, that our hand has to move only 5 hours? No, our hand has to move 5 hours plus 40 minutes also it has to move now. because time is 5:40. See, our hand has to move. How much it has moved here? 40 minutes also, no student. Are you understanding or not?
Understanding, sir.
Yes, sir.
So so in 1 minute, our hand will cover how much angle?
Half degree.
Our hand will cover half degree in 1 minute, but the our hand has moved for 40 minutes because time is 5:40. Therefore, in 40 minutes, our hand will cover
20 degrees.
40 into half, that is
20.
20 degree. So total angle how much? Therefore, total
170 degrees.
angle covered by our hand is equal to 170 degree. Now for minute hand already we have calculated. So same thing only. In 1 minute, for minute hand it was correct. Minute hand covers 6 degree. So in 40 minutes, minute hand cover 6 into 40, 240 degree. Now student, coming back, when we started from 12, so by how much angle the R hand has moved? By how much angle the R hand has moved? R hand has moved by
170
170 degree, whereas minute hand has moved by 240 degree. Therefore, required angle is equal to 240 minus 170. That is
70 degrees.
70 degree is absolutely correct. You can copy and again ask doubt if you have. But this is an easy process to do this type of sum. Always assume that the time is 12. Minute hand and copy down. Minute hand and hour hand both are at 12. Then see by how much the hour hand is moving. Suppose it is 5:40. So our hand will has to move by 5 hour. In 5 hour, our hand will cover 150 degree. But our hand will not only move by 5 hour. It will move even by 40 minutes because time is 5:40. So in 1 minute, our hand will cover half degree. So 40 minutes it will cover 20 degree. So total angle covered by our hand is 150 plus 20, 170 degree. Same for minute hand. Minute hand will cover in 1 minute 6 degrees. So it is as a whole it is rotating. It has to cover 40 minutes. So in 40 minutes it will cover 240 degree. The difference between both is the required angle between the hour hand and minute hand. If anybody has doubt, can ask me.
Sir, I'm very sorry, sir. I had a slight disconnection in my like there's a fluctuation in it. So can you briefly just explain this whole question?
I will explain. You copy down.
Yeah, so thank you. Sir, done.
Students, see here. For that student, I will explain again. The time, very simple sound. Time is 5:40. Time is 5:40 means the minute hand will be exactly on 8, means that represent 40, and the hour hand will not be at 5. But since it is 5:40, the hour hand will be ahead of 5. So this is the situation of the minute hand and hour hand at 5:40. We have to find the angle between them. So assume that in this type of sum, any sum, assume that the time is 12 o'clock and start from there. From 12, the hour hand has to come to its current position, that is ahead of 5. So by how much angle it will rotate? So we'll see. So in 1 hour, hour hand will cover 30 degree. This data I gave you before. But our hand has to move 5 hour to reach to its current position. So in 5 hour, our hand will cover unitary method, 30 into 5, 150 degree. But our hand is not moving only 5 hour, but it is even moving 40 minute also, because time is 5:40. So for 40 minute also, our hand will move little ahead of 5. So in 1 minute, our hand covers half degree. Before I have given you this data. So in 40 minute, our hand will cover 40 into half, that is 20 degrees. So the total angle covered by our hand is 150 plus 20, that is 170. So this angle covered by our hand to reach at 5:40 is 170 degree. Coming to minute hand has to go from 12 to 8. So in one way, it has to cover 40 minutes. So in 1 minute, minute hand covers 6 degree. So 40 minute hand covers 6 into 40, 240 degree. Start from 12. One angle is 170, which is the angle made by our hand. The other angle is 240. So what is the angle between both the hand? So 240 minus 170, that is 70 degree. Who has doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Second part you do later. 4:30. 4:30 means 4:15. You do
Sir,
it
is that a
later. Huh?
homework?
Shall I raise the board?
Sir, is that a homework?
Yes, sir.
Homework.
Okay.
Later means try it later. 4:30. As I told you, we'll start the regular class of trigonometry. In the 10th standard also, you know, there are 6 trigonometric ratios. Write down. There are 6 trigonometric ratios or functions. Ratios is also called, means the trigonometric function also you can say. Trigonometric ratios are functions. So usually we deal with right angle triangle. This is just a little bit of brush up for you people. Right angle triangle, 90 degree. The side opposite to 90 degree, all of you know it is called as, what it is called? Hypotenuse. And BC, what BC is called?
Base.
It is called base, but now you can say base only, but now onwards you have to, you usually say it adjacent side. Adjacent side or base also. Why adjacent side? You know the meaning of adjacent. Adjacent means nearby. So this side BC is near to theta. Theta is the angle or X is the angle. So near to theta, which side I can see? BC. So BC is called adjacent side. AB is the side opposite to theta. So it is called as, in lower class we say perpendicular or height, or now onwards you say opposite side, because this side is opposite to angle theta. So you draw this 90 degree, opposite to 90 degree hypotenuse, opposite to angle theta or X, adjacent side, sorry, near to theta, adjacent side, opposite to theta, opposite side. 6 trigonometric ratios. Which are those, student? 6. Tell me.
Sine, cos.
Sine, cos, tan.
Sine means usually short we write SIN in length, full form. What is full form? SINE. Sine. Second one,
Cosec.
Cosine.
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 Third one,
Tangent.
tangent. Then reciprocal of sine.
Cosecant.
Sec.
Cosecant. Cosecant. Reciprocal of cos.
Secant.
Secant. Reciprocal of
Cotangent.
cotangent. So now what we say, usually we say in short full form we don't write, we write in short only. Sine theta. What is the formula? Opposite side by?
Hypotenuse.
Write fast, all of you know this. Opposite side by hypotenuse. Cos theta. Write fast. Adjacent side. This, if somebody has doubt in this all, you have to learn this formula. This is basic 10th class only. It is never taught in or never taught in 11th and all. Tan theta. Write fast. Tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side. Write yourself, all of you know this. Same way, cosecant theta. I hope all of you know this, na?
Yes, sir.
Secant theta, cot theta. So reciprocal of sine theta, hypotenuse. Write fast, I will erase the board as soon as I write. Opposite side. Hypotenuse by adjacent side. Adjacent side by opposite side. Write yourself.
So done.
Good. Other student, shall I erase the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now I'll erase the board. You should know the values of trigonometric ratios of different angle. Do you remember the values? Sine 0, sine 30, sine 45. That is basic only.
Yes, sir.
Too much deep we have to study. So basic thing you have to know. For some of you, I will rewrite that. Sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant, cot. 0. Then what? Which angle will come?
30.
30. So for 30 is what? Which radian? 30
Pi
how
by
much
6.
radian?
Pi by 6.
Pi by 6. Then 45. 45 how much radian?
Pi by 4.
Pi by 4. Means it is 30 only. This is 45. 60 pi by 3. 90 pi by 2. So students, sine 0 how much?
0.
All of you should know this.
0.
Sine 0, 0. Sine 30, 1 by 2. Sine 45, 1 by root 2. If
1
somebody
by
don't know, today only you learn this all.
2.
Then what they do, you have to by heart all this. Just reverse the values, but don't reverse. You remember this all thoroughly. Somewhere something went wrong here. Then divide sine theta and cos theta. You will get 10 theta. Divide 0 by 1 how much? 0 by 1 how much?
0.
0. Divide this 2. You know tan theta is sine theta by cos theta.
1 by root 3. Sorry, root 3. Root 3.
Divide this 1 root 3. What is 1 by 0?
NA, not applicable.
Not define, or we say infinity. Not define or infinity. Infinity is a very big number. Not define, infinity. You know cosecant theta, reciprocal of sine theta. What is reciprocal of 0? What is reciprocal of 0?
The infinity.
Infinity.
Reciprocal of 0 is 1 by 0. 1 by 0 means not defined. Infinity, very big number. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2. Reciprocal of 1 by root 2 is root 2. 2 by root 3. Reciprocal of 1 is 1. Then reciprocal of cos is sec. Reciprocal of 1, 1. Do fast reciprocal. 2 by root 3. This value you have to memorize, not infinity. Cot theta. Cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta. So root 3, 1. 1 by root 3, 0. These values you have to learn. This is all 10th standard. Have you copied all this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will erase the board. You can see from your textbook or notebook also, these values are available everywhere. Just you have to by heart this. Now onwards, I will teach slowly only. This was revision, that's why I taught first. Write down. It is sometime useful to superimpose Cartesian coordinate system on an angle so that origin is the vertex of the angle and initial side of the angle is along positive x-axis. Angle in this position is called angle in this position is called angle in standard position. Standard position. Suppose you are not understanding, don't worry, I'll teach. You people have also studied coordinate geometry in 10th standard. That is distance between 2 points, distance formula, centroid. Have you studied or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That only we are talking now, coordinate system. So we know, don't copy after this what I'm writing, don't copy. You know that what is angle? Angle means, don't copy now. Angle means there will be two rays and both the rays will meet at a point. So this is angle AOB. This is called the two arms. We can say two arms, two rays, two arms. This is called initial side. Initial side of the angle. Don't write. This is called terminal side. Terminal side. All this you know in lower class only. For angle, two arms, initial side, terminal side, vertex. But what happened in now onwards, sometime when we are talking about angle, we will not write the angle in this way. What we'll do, we will superimpose Cartesian coordinate system on the angle. The same angle, sometime how we read, what we'll do for same angle, we draw Cartesian coordinate system, two lines, two mutually perpendicular lines. That is called axis, x-axis, y-axis. Two mutually perpendicular lines will divide the plane into four parts: first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So this angle will superimpose on the Cartesian coordinate system with vertex of this angle on the origin. Suppose the angle is like this way. Suppose this is angle A. So what happened? A will come here. Angle A means A will come on the origin, and the initial side will be on the positive x-axis, and the terminal side can be anywhere. This is our angle A. This thing only I have written here. If the angle is represented as how I have represented, then we say the angle is in standard position. All this thing I will tell again, very simple thing. Some angle is there now, initial side, terminal side. Same angle we will draw on the Cartesian coordinate system. Means what? X-axis, y-axis. The vertex of the angle should coincide with the origin, and the initial side will be always along the positive x-axis. So if you measure it, both the angle will have same measure, but the angle on the left hand side is called angle in standard position. That only I want to tell you, that much only. Now student, there is something to, this you have to draw. Now I will teach something, then I will attend your doubt. If the, see, initial side should coincide with positive x-axis, but what about terminal side? If the terminal side,
Should we write this?
you have to write. If the terminal side coincide inside with coordinate axis, then the angle is called as quadrantal angle. Quadrantal angle. Draw the diagram and write down this one, student. See here, in standard position, the initial side has to be along the positive x-axis, but terminal side can be anywhere now. Terminal side can be on the positive y-axis or negative x-axis or negative y-axis. So that angle is called as quadrantal angle. But you will not understand, it is new to you. I will teach you what I am saying. Suppose, okay, I think diagram you have drawn, so this diagram I will erase. Now listen here. Suppose angle A, angle is A, this is the initial side. That is must, for standard position, initial side should be along the x-axis, positive. And where is the terminal side? On the positive y-axis. So this is angle A. So angle A, what is the value of angle A? Can anyone tell the value of angle A? 90?
90 degrees.
90 degree. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So 90 degree is called as quadrantal angle. Suppose my terminal angle is not on 90 degree, but terminal side is on the negative x-axis. So what is the angle then?
180 degrees.
180 degrees. So 180 is also called as quadrantal angle. It so happened that my terminal side is not on negative x-axis, but on negative y-axis. Then how much is the angle made between the arms? What is the angle? This one.
270
degrees.
270. So 270 is also a quadrantal angle. So now what happened? My terminal side Because initial side is fixed. Terminal side also coincide with positive x-axis. So what is the angle?
360.
360. 360 is also a quadrantal angle. Now what happens? Sometimes it so happen that after completing one revolution, it again goes further. Further it goes and meet here. Now what is the angle now? 360 plus 90, how much?
450.
Correct. Now, the terminal side has completed one revolution and again it has reached to the positive y-axis. So what angle we count it as?
450.
450. So 450 is also a quadrantal angle. Again it has come to negative x-axis. So what is the angle?
540.
540 is also a quadrantal angle. So what we can say, or any multiple of 90 degree. 90 degrees, how many radian?
Pi by 2.
Any multiple of pi by 2 is called as angle. Any multiple of angle pi by 2, any multiple of angle pi by 2 is called as, what it is called? Any quadrantal angle. So we can redefine quadrantal angle. Any multiple of angle pi by 2 is called as quadrantal angle. So what a quadrantal angle? Example is we can say 90 pi by 2, then 180, that is pi, 270, that is 3 pi by 2, 360, that is 2 pi, 450, how much, student? 5 pi by 2, then 6 pi, then 7 pi by 2, 8 pi. This way, this all are quadrantal angle. Very simple concept I am teaching you. Who has doubt in this all? Is
No
there
doubt, sir.
doubt? Very simple. These angles are called quadrantal angle. Now see here, if the angle is not a quadrantal angle, if the angle is not a quadrantal angle, then the angle, then the quadrant in which the terminal side of the angle lies, then the quadrant in which the terminal side of the angle lies, I'll rewrite, then the angle is said to lie in the quadrant in which its terminal side lie. Even this is very simple. Suppose I say I'll draw 4 diagrams. Don't worry, you will understand. This is the first diagram. And now I will draw second diagram. I will draw third diagram now. You people also can draw. Fourth diagram. Stop drawing now. See what I'm saying. Listen to me. What I'm saying to you. See, before this I taught you what is quadrantal angle. When the terminal side lies on the Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Quadrantal angle means terminal side lies on the coordinate axis. But it is not necessary that every time terminal side will lie on the coordinate axis. Now, it lies means quadrantal angle. If it doesn't lie means, so here in the first diagram, terminal side lies in which quadrant?
First quadrant.
So we say
First.
angle, so terminal side lie in first quadrant. So this angle theta lies in which quadrant? Lies in first quadrant, we say. We say angle theta lies in first quadrant, whereas in the second diagram, the terminal side lies in second quadrant. So we say angle theta lies in which quadrant? Second quadrant. I think all of you are aware of quadrant: first, second, third, fourth. Whereas here we say angle theta lies in third quadrant. People copy down. And here we say angle theta lies in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. The quadrant in which the terminal side lies, we say the angle also lies in that quadrant only. In the first diagram, angle lies in first quadrant. We will say that angle lies in second quadrant. In the second diagram, third diagram will say angle lies in third quadrant. If the picture is like fourth diagram, we say angle lies in fourth quadrant. Is it over?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Who has doubt in these small things? Who has doubt? Any questions are there?
Sir.
Okay,
So
then
can you
No,
wait
sir.
for one more minute?
yeah, sure. Upper part I will erase that much only.
Yes, sir, you can completely rub it.
Draw a circle with center as origin and radius 1 unit. Draw a circle with center as origin and radius 1 unit. So I will draw a circle whose center is origin and radius is 1 unit. People stop writing and drawing. See on the board. Center is origin and radius is 1 unit. See on the board. Let, people don't write, let P, A comma B be any point on the circle. Let P, A comma B be any point on the circle. On the circle somewhere I will take a point P, A comma B. Every point has two coordinate, x coordinate, y coordinate. X coordinate is called as abscissa and abscissa, or Y coordinate is called as ordinate. All of you know this all. Now from P I will draw a perpendicular here on the X axis. Suppose PA. I will join OP. This angle is suppose X. Okay. Student, tell me the answer. OP is how much? How long is OP?
AP square plus OA square.
How
Sir,
long
one
is
unit.
OP?
1 unit, sir.
1 unit radius. 1 unit. Now you know coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry means if this point P has coordinate A comma B, then what will be the length of OA? Point P has coordinate A comma B. What is the length of OA?
A. A, sir.
A.
A.
I think it is easy to understand. This is A, this is B. Student, this length OA is A and AP is B. Student, it's very simple. Suppose I say, this is new to you and it is used again. So that's why I'm teaching again. Suppose I say, where is the point 2, 3? Where is the point 2, 3 means what? You will start from origin, move toward right 2 units. Then you will go vertically upward 3 units. This is the point 2, 3. Means what? Means what? Means this is the length 2 units. This perpendicular is length how much? 3 units. Since this is since the distance of point P from y-axis is 2 units, that is the reason its x coordinate is 2, and the distance of point P from the x-axis is 3. That's why its y coordinate is 3. I think this is very simple thing. Do you know this all this or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This is 2 and this is 3. That is the reason 2, 3. So opposite of that, if the coordinate is A, B, means its distance from y-axis is A. That's why coordinate x coordinate is A, and distance from x-axis is B. Okay, if anybody has doubt till now, you can ask me. OA is A, AP is B. That's why the coordinate A, B. No doubt. Now student, in right angled triangle, OAP. All of you can see right angled triangle OAP. All of you can see OAP. In this right angled triangle, what is cos x? Cos theta. Theta, in the place of theta, I wrote x. What is cos x value?
Sir, A, sir.
A by 1.
A by 1, that is A. And what is sin x? Sin x means
B.
opposite by hypotenuse. B by 1, that is B. This means cos x is or cos x is A and sin x is B. Cos x is A and sin x is B. Student, the coordinate of P is A, B, but A value is cos x and B value is sin x. Still here doubt is there?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No doubt now. Suppose this point, see here, this point is suppose B1. This point is B2. This point is B3. This point is B4. Radius is 1 unit. What is the coordinate of B1? What is the coordinate of B1?
1.
1, 0, because OA radius is 1 and it lies on the x-axis. So y coordinate will be 0. What is the coordinate of B2?
0, 1.
0, 1. What is the coordinate of B3?
Minus 1, 0.
Minus 1, 0, negative x-axis. What is the coordinate of B4?
0, minus 1.
1.
0, minus 1. Student, I will tell 3 times one sentence. You people listen carefully to me. What I will say, see here. Here angle is x. Angle is x. So cos x is how much? A. Angle is x, cos x value A. Sin x value B. Means A means what? X coordinate. X coordinate value is how much? Cos x. Y coordinate value is how much? Tell me.
Sin x.
Sin x. This thing you have to keep in your mind. X coordinate value cos theta or cos x. Y coordinate value is sin theta or sin x. You can write theta also, no problem in that. But just I wrote x. Now onwards more you have to use x only. So last time I will tell you x coordinate value is cos x, y coordinate value is sin x. By that logic, student, x means angle here. What is the angle at B1? What is the angle on B1?
0 degree.
B1 how much angle?
0.
0, because both the initial side and terminal side coincide. Initial side and terminal side coincide, so angle is 0 degree. But before, recapitulate. X coordinate means cos x, y coordinate means sin x. So angle is 0 degree. So cos 0 how much, student? X coordinate how much?
1.
1. Sin 0, sin x is y coordinate how much?
0.
0. You know this. Cos theta is 1, sin theta is 0. Coming to here at B2, what is the angle? This B1, what is the angle here at B2? Can we say 90
degree.
Because initial side will be along OX, angle in standard position, and terminal side is at B2. So angle is 90 degree. Sin, sorry students, 90 degree. Cos pi by 2, what is the value? Cos pi by 2. Student,
0.
cos theta value is x coordinate. What is x coordinate here?
0.
0.
0. And sin theta value is y coordinate. What is y coordinate?
1.
1.
So you know this. Cos 90 is 0, sin 90 is 1. Now coming to here B3. Initial side is along OB x-axis, positive x-axis, and terminal side is along negative x-axis. B3, how much angle, student?
180.
180. 180 is called as how much radian?
Theta radian.
180
Pi radian.
cos pi. But cos theta means x coordinate. What is x coordinate?
-1.
-1.
Words, I think most of you this is new. Cos 180 degree value is -1. Sin pi how much, student?
0.
0.
Sin theta value is y coordinate 0. Suppose the terminal side is along B4. Then what is the angle?
270
270.
degrees.
270 is called how much radian? 3 pi by 2. Now 3 pi by 2. Cos theta is which coordinate? X coordinate. Cos 270 how much?
0.
0. Remember this value. Sin 270 -1.
-1.
Now again it has the angle has completed 1 revolution. So now angle has become how much? 360. 2 pi. Cos 2 pi how much, student?
1.
1 0. Write this value and understand. Suppose you don't understand also, at least learn this value. Cos pi -1, sin pi 0, cos 3 pi by 2 0, sin 3 pi by 2 -1, cos 2 pi 1, sin 2 pi 0. You have to remember this thing, that always x coordinate is cos theta and y coordinate is sin theta. So you will get these answers. Write down quickly and ask some doubts to me. Pi means 180 degrees. So wherever we want to write 180, we will write pi. 360 means 2 pi. So wherever we want to write 360, we write cos 2 pi. How much time is left?
So 9 minutes.
How much? 10 minutes?
9.
Okay, 15 minutes, suppose. Copy down. Do anyone has any questions?
Sir,
Tell me.
I have a doubt.
Tell.
Sir, if sine theta is equal to x,
X.
so cosec x is equal to theta, no, sir?
I'll write what you're saying. You are saying that sine theta. What you're saying? Tell again. Sine theta is
X.
x. So cosecant theta is 1 by x.
No, sir. Cosecant x is equal to theta.
How? That is wrong.
Sir, then our physics sir also told that only, no, sir. Like tan x is equal to y, then tan to the power -1, y is equal to x.
That is like some inverse trigonometry will be there, student. Next year you will study. So, but he would have told sine theta is x, so theta is equal to sine inverse x.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Inverse x. And what happens, student? This inverse x is not power one. Very good question, actually. What happens, student? This is inverse trigonometry, which you will study next year. Suppose I will erase the upper part of the board. Suppose somebody says like this. Well, see on the board. Sine x to power -1. Can you see the board? Sine x to whole power -1. This is equal to 1 by sine x, which is equal to cosecant x. Any doubt till now? But if somebody says sine inverse x, sine inverse x means you cannot write 1 by sine x. This is not power, student. This is way to write inverse function.
Sir.
This is not power. Tell me.
Okay, sir.
Could you repeat it again?
Which one?
From starting.
What other by sine inverse you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I taught in maths, that you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here what happens, student. I'll teach slowly. When I teach slowly, you will understand. There is some, like in 11th standard, you will study trigonometry. In 12th standard, you will study inverse trigonometry. So what happens sometime in physics, we need inverse trigonometry in 11th standard only. So something knowledge you should have. Suppose it is very simple. Suppose I say sine 30 degree is equal to 1 by 2. Sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. The same information I can say in one more way. I can say 30 degree is equal to sine inverse 1 by 2. Somebody says you, what is the value of sine inverse 1 by 2? Then you have to say it is 30 degree. Why 30 degree? Because sine 30 is 1 by 2. Since sine 30 is 1 by 2, that is why sine inverse 1 by 2 value is 30 degree. Opposite. Somebody says, what is the value of sine inverse 1 by root 2? Here the answer will be angle. Sine inverse 1 by root 2, I don't know. So I will see how I work. What is the angle whose sine is 1 by root 2? Tell me.
45 degree.
So answer is 45 degree. That way. I don't know sine inverse 1 by 2. So what is the angle whose sine is 1 by root 2? So 45. So answer is 45. So it is inverse opposite. So what happened now? This -1 is not like power. It is not power, student. You cannot write sine inverse x as 1 by sine x. This is wrong mathematics. This is not power. So that's why I think that boy was telling 1 by sine x and cosecant x. That is wrong. If somewhere it is written sine x to whole power -1. Now this is not inverse trigonometry. This is power -1. That time you can write 1 by sine x. But sine inverse x means power is not -1. That is a function. Now tell something.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. So all those whatever is there in written in calculator, sine minus to the power -1, all those are inverse trigonometry, not
Power, no student. We not say sine to power minus. We say sine inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x. It is read that way. Power is not that way. How you are reading that way, we don't read. We say sine inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x.
So, sir, in calculator, whatever that sine to the power -1 is inverse sine.
It is sine inverse.
Okay, sir. I thought it is cosec.
No, it is not power, not exponent, student. Hey, this is understood. Shall I erase the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or that also doubt is there?
No, sir.
No doubt.
No, sir.
No doubt. Now see here what happens, student. I will tell you something. Write down very important information. In first quadrant, in first quadrant, in second quadrant, write down in third quadrant, in fourth quadrant. What happens in first quadrant? I'll tell you what happens. Stop writing. In first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios or all the trigonometric functions are positive. All trigonometric ratios, are positive. Ratios are positive. What do you mean by this? Means in first quadrant, you take any angle. In first quadrant, the angle varies from 0 to 90 degree. You take sine of any angle between 0 to 90, answer will be positive. You take cos of any angle between 0 to 90, answer will be positive. Same thing holds good for other trigonometric ratio. Sine of any angle, and the angle should lie in first quadrant between 0 and 90. The answer will be positive. In second quadrant, what happened? Only sine theta and cosecant theta are positive. Remaining are negative. I didn't write remaining are negative. It is understood. In second quadrant, if any angle lies, you know when an angle is said to lie in second quadrant, when the terminal side lie in second quadrant. When the angle lies in second quadrant, sine theta will be positive, cosecant theta will be positive, and other trigonometric ratio will be negative. Cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, secant theta, all negative. In third quadrant, only tan theta, cot theta are positive, remaining are negative. Remaining I'm not writing it, it's understood. In fourth quadrant, cos theta, secant theta are positive, remaining are negative. It's very important you write it down. In first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. In second quadrant, sine theta and cosecant theta are positive, remaining are negative. In third quadrant, tan theta and cot theta are positive. In fourth quadrant, cos theta and secant theta are positive. Is it over?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll erase the board. Actually, I will explain more what I'm saying. Suppose I say sine 120 degree, cos 120 degree. What is the answer? Sine 120 degrees how much? Cos 120 degrees how much? How much? Suppose I don't know now. Suppose. But student, 120 degree angle lies in which quadrant? The terminal side.
Second quadrant.
Second quadrant. So what happened? Second quadrant means sine answer will be something which I will tell you. But suppose I don't know. But answer will be positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Because second quadrant sign is positive. That only I want to say. Answer will be there, but it will be positive, and cos 120 degree answer will be there, but it will be a negative answer.
Negative.
That is the meaning of what I told you. Sin theta will be positive in second quadrant, cos theta will be negative in second. Why it's so? That also you can understand. Shall I teach you why, or you don't want?
Sir, we understood.
Sir,
Huh.
sir, sin 120 and cos 120, we can draw it here and we can show a triangle with in which was 60-degree angle, no sir. And then we can do.
Okay. So last time I'm saying, shall I teach you why sin is positive in second quadrant, cos is negative, or it is okay for you?
No, sir, can you teach once? Just briefly.
Yes, sir. Teach once.
Yes, sir. Teach once.
Why it is positive, negative? That you are saying.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is sin theta? What is cos theta? We have learned that cos theta is x coordinate. All of you agree now? And what is sin theta?
Y coordinate.
Do you remember this concept?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember now? Suppose now theta is more than 0, less than 90. I think this also you know the symbol. Theta is more than 0 degree, less than 0 radian, or theta is less than pi by 2. All of you know this? How to
Yes,
read?
sir.
Now, Miss, theta is in which quadrant? First quadrant. Correct na? Theta is in which quadrant, student?
First quadrant.
Now in first quadrant, what will be the value of x coordinate and y coordinate? Positive or negative?
Both positive.
Both positive. So what happened? Cos theta will be positive or negative?
Positive.
Sin theta?
Positive.
What is reciprocal of cos theta?
Sec theta.
What will be that? Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Reciprocal of positive quantity is positive. Same way cosecant theta also will be positive. Tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. Positive divided by positive is again positive. Cot theta also will be positive. That's why in first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive. This was easy. Suppose in second quadrant. Second quadrant, what happens? Theta varies from where to where?
90 to 180.
90 to more than 90, less than 180. Now theta is here. Suppose I will erase and draw. Theta, the angle P is here. The point is here, P A comma B. We have to draw like this way. The triangle will be here. Don't get confused. This is P, this is A, this is O. What is the length OA, student?
So here initial angle will be on the negative side of x.
Okay,
Or
so
if we are considering initial angle as like from between origin and x coordinate.
don't get confused. I will teach you in next class if you say more. This is the initial side. This is the terminal side.
Yeah, that's what I was.
This is the angle. But how we can draw right angle triangle? If the angle is obtuse, in a right angle triangle, no angle is obtuse. So, but we drew like this way. Don't get confused. I can explain a little bit more in next class because time is less. So suppose now you understand this is the angle, but right angle triangle is here, not here.
Sir, it is P negative A comma B, right?
That only I'm
The
saying.
coordinates.
Correct. So what happened? So OA will be how much? A.
Negative A.
Minus, correct na? Correct. Negative axis means what? Minus A only.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what about this one?
B,
AP,
B.
Now what is cos theta? Cos theta is x coordinate. So what about cos theta? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Cos theta is negative in second coordinate. What about sin theta?
Positive.
Positive. So now what is the reciprocal of cos theta? Secant theta. What is the sign of secant theta, student?
Negative.
Negative.
What is the sign of cosecant theta?
Yes.
Positive. What is the sign of tan theta? Tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. So it will be
Negative.
negative. And then what about cot theta? That also negative.
Negative.
Shall I explain more here? Hello?
So,
Tell. Nothing you understood? Hello?
Understood, sir.
Tell me, I will teach again. Don't worry about others.
no, sir, I got disconnected all over again, so I didn't know what did you just teach. So,
From when you got
I
disconnected?
think the last thing I heard was you said that sine theta is equal to y coordinate.
But that I told 2 times. When I taught the angle in first quadrant, that time you were there or not? Angle in first quadrant, I taught how it is positive. Not there. Hello? Are you there now? Are you now there? Student, say some answer.
No, sir, she's not there. I think it got disconnected again.
Okay, I'll teach her again sometime later. Now, other people understood now how cos theta is negative here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sin theta. Suppose how much time is left?
Sir, time over.
How much time is extra? How much extra we have studied?
10 minutes.
Almost 10 minutes, sir.
2 minutes more we'll study. We'll see about third quadrant. 2 minutes more we'll study. Third quadrant, see here. Now the angle lies in third quadrant, suppose. The angle lies in third quadrant. When the angle lies in third quadrant, student, now this is the initial side and the terminal side will be in the third quadrant. This is the angle, correct? This is the point. P, A comma B. We'll draw right angle triangle here. So now this is O and this is A. So now you tell me, now tell me, A will be positive or negative?
Both will be negative, sir.
Both will be negative. Excellent. Both will be negative. So what happened? Cos theta will be negative. Sin theta will be negative. But tan theta, what is tan theta, student? Sin theta by? Sin theta by?
Cos theta.
That will be negative or positive?
Positive.
Positive. Cot theta, student. Cot theta will be? Positive. But what about the reciprocal of cos theta and sin theta? That will be negative. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Analyze
Yes, sir.
over it, and if doubt means I will attend in the next class. And student, moreover, if you little bit here and there you're not understanding, also some of you learn the result. First quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. Second quadrant, sin theta and cosecant theta are positive, remaining are negative. Third quadrant, tan theta and cot theta are positive, remaining are negative. Fourth quadrant, cos theta and secant theta are positive, remaining are negative. You at least learn this much result. Usually that is only useful to do some. I will give one homework sum, then I will dismiss the class. Write down this one. If cosecant theta is equal to x plus 1 by 4x, then find the value of cosecant theta minus cot theta. So what I will do, I will give one more question then. Second question, if 3 sin x minus 5 cos x is equal to 5, then find value of 5 sin x plus 3 cos x. Prove that tan A, don't want, okay. Okay, do sums. Tomorrow I will teach less theory, more sums will do. Don't worry. Have you copied?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you have copied means do these sums, study well, revise and ask more doubt tomorrow. Good night all of you.
Good night,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.